It's a groundbreaking. It's been a long time coming, but it's a beautiful day, so it deserves to be because this project has been, I thought I saw Nancy Randall going through the history of how long this project has been in the making. So suffice it to say it's been a long time. But Peter never gave up, and with the help of Councilmember Davis, we are now here. So what I want to do is, the county executive is on his way. But we thought we'd get started. I'm Dana Stebbins, by the way. I'm one of Peter Swartz's partners and a good friend. Also godmother to his daughter, which is important. I want to introduce Peter and what do you say about Peter? I mean, really, what do you say about Peter? He has held on to this property through the worst of economic times. When he could have sold it, he did not. When he could have given up, he did not. He hung in there until things turned around and allowed him to do what he wanted to do here, which is bring a real town center to Largo Town Center. Right. A real town center. And because he's been, bumped and bruised, a lot of people sometimes see him, he might be looking up in the sky like this or around like this. It's only because he's trying to keep the wind from blowing him over here and over there and back here. He's hung very strongly in here with his vision, and we are finally here. So I just want to introduce my friend and my partner, Peter Swartz.
All right, Peter. Well, Dana truly is my friend and my partner, and that really begins to tell you what this is about. The reason that I'm still standing here is because God was standing with me the whole time. When I could have given up, and I wanted to give up many times, I kept on looking to God, and He helped me through. And I kept that faith in mind. And it was really my friends and the people that believed in what we were doing here. Dana is one, and she kept up all the time, encouraging. Will Thompson, the president of Hensel Phelps, they're one of the largest construction companies in the United States, $2.5 billion a year. They did the renovation of the World Trade Center for $2 billion. And they came and they listened to the vision of what I thought we could create in Prince George's County, which was the best apartments that money could buy in the county, and there would not be a second place. And they have bought into it, and they are partnering on everything we do. And so it's that kind of a partner that makes these kind of things go forward, no matter what vision you have. And to my left are the three lenders that we have. We have Main Street Bank, Industrial Bank, and they came through when there was a problem with the loan, and they said, we'll help you consolidate and move forward. We believe in your vision, and we believe in the county, and we believe in the county is moving forward. And then Steve Boriak, our architect from Dwell Associates, we came and told him that we wanted to build the best type of project that you could build, the best amenities, the best architecture, the downtown look right here in Largo Town Center. And he has delivered. And you'll see these pictures behind us. This is the corner of Lotsford and Grand Boulevard where we stand here. This is Harry Truman and Lotsford going away there. And that's the shot coming from the Metro. It is going to be first rate. And there's one thing that we have to be really thankful for is Bank of America also. They invested in our first project $70 million down at the town center, Camp Springs. That was one of their biggest development deals ever in Prince George's County, and they followed us up here too to invest another $70 million in this project. So this is a lot of people that believe the vision that what could be done in Prince George's County. That Prince George's County is a new frontier. That Prince George's County is the place to be, that federal tenants, that high-income earners are going to come and live here and be by the Metro just down like they do in downtown D.C. But having said all that, all these visions and all the money and all the architecture and all the planning can't happen if there's not a leader that comes up and says, this is a vision that can happen. This is a vision that I will make happen. This is a vision that I believe in, contrary to what has been said for 20 years about this. and that man is Councilman Derek Davis. And he portrayed this vision, and we believed in the vision, and we said that we were going to make this the town center that he wants, the center of the county, the most highly packed, dense part of the county, in the hospital. But so Derek Davis was our spiritual and visionary leader. So
Thank you. Thank you. No, you didn't. I think I owe him now, huh? My first inclination is to be extemporaneous, and I've been driven by that inclination most of my entire adult life. And so when I ran for office, I often gave speeches extemporaneously. So when I got elected, my staff said, we have to cut you down to 3 minutes. So we have to give you a notebook full of speech so that when you have the microphone, you don't go over time. Well, but today is one of those days where I'm going to have to turn the notebook over. The reality is that when I stand here, right here, facing the Largo Town Center Metro, and I see behind me pilings in the ground, and I see dirt moved, and I see hard hats working, and I see that next week a crane will be here, you can't write that. You just can't write that. When I got elected in 2011, I did an interview with News Channel 8. And I did it, and the same day, John Henrahan of Channel 5 wanted to interview me. And so I drove down to Clarendon. You guys familiar with Clarendon? You've been to Clarendon? Anybody been to Clarendon? Yeah, people raising their hands and nodding and affirming. And I looked, and I said, wow, because I hadn't been there in a long time. But had it grown, had it become a place to be. A place to be. I saw Joe Theismann's restaurant, right? I was like, Joe Theismann? What are you doing with a restaurant? Must be pretty nice. I inquired, poked my head in, and I said, Lord help me. Drove back home to meet with John Henrahan. Right over there. No, I point. Right over there. At Largo Town Center Metro. A metro that had been in Largo Town here for about 20 years. Okay, let's go with about 20 years. I did not see the same idea. It hurt. It hurt. I got sworn in November. One of the first things that we did in the council office was we initiated a sector plan. We said, if in fact we're going to have an opportunity in Prince George's County to create the kind of center of development that people will come and not just be a place to be, but be the place to be, we're going to have to bring everyone to the table. Well, Peter Schwartz owned some land here. He had been working diligently for several years already, laboring to make something happen. Things kept falling apart. We said we need partners at the table. I want you guys to give Peter and the Banks and Hensel Phelps a big round of applause for being those partners. Derek Leon Davis, County Council Member, District 6, doesn't have the resources to make this happen. Derek Leon Davis, the County Council Member for District 6, has the responsibility to create the opportunity to make this happen. And that's how I looked at this, and I needed partners. So I want to thank you for being that partner. Downtown Prince George's County. Yes, I said it. Right here in the heart of District 6. You have Largo Town Center Metro. You have Route 202, which takes you currently to what is the county seat where we do our business and everything in Upper Marlboro. You have Central Avenue. Does anyone know why Central Avenue is named Central Avenue? Somebody, come on, fancy a guess. Because it runs right through the middle of the county. Come on. There's only one place, and this is arguable, in Prince George's County where you have a better location. We have location, location, location. People would argue that the National Harbor is one heck of a location, right? But it has a different purpose. We're going to do some entertaining down there. We're going to take advantage of the amenity of the river. We're going to take advantage of the infrastructure that is the Woodrow Wilson Bridge, in which we've dropped $2 billion. But right here, in the heart of Prince George's County, you are in downtown Prince George's County. If you can't see it yet, you just keep watching. And it sounds like my chief cheerleader just arrived. Was that our county executive? All right, there he is. You gonna, as I tell them often say this. I might miss a ribbon cutting, but I ain't gonna miss a groundbreaking, because I believe in the hard work and diligence that is the culmination of the planning process for me. So as we get these shovels in the ground, and as we have partners who operate to bring to Prince George's County what is expected, and as Peter said, right now in the District of Columbia, they're chasing rents. Well, we're chasing them. We're right behind them. When I came in, I said, I want to see cranes. We're starting to see cranes. You go down to the National Harbor, you see about 15 cranes. We're going to have a couple here soon, right? Yeah. And we're going to keep on going from there. This is the beginning of a new day in downtown Prince George's County here in District 6. Are y'all ready for that? Are you ready to tell your friends? Who's Facebooking right now? Who's tweeting right now? That's right, I said it. You are in downtown Prince George's County. And if you can't see it now, you just drive by every month for the next several months like I used to do. I've been married 20 years. And Friday night is date night. How many of y'all already know that? Friday night is date night. On Friday night, and this didn't happen until I was elected. So I got elected in 11. It didn't start to bother me that every time I drove down Central Avenue and hung a right on Benning Road and went down 8th Street and went down up 8th Street past I to K and went to Bethesda, it didn't bother me about the development that I saw in that corridor. Once I got elected, I believe, and my staff can tell you, I was peeved. Every single day I went through and counted another crane. It started at 20, and by the time I stopped counting, it was up to 50. Prince George's County is the place to be. We have as many opportunities and more than they have in the District of Columbia. In this region, businesses have the great chance to work with government, to work with private partners, to create the types of partnerships that deliver the type of housing stock, the type of retail, the type of office space that they can be proud of. So let's not stop at Clarendon. Let's not aspire to be Rockville. Let's not want to be like Bethesda. Let's not compare to anyone. As I said to Peter, aspire might be nice in Prince George's County, but Ascend Apollo better be better. Let's have our own competition inside of Prince George's County. Let's bring the world, as our chair says, to Prince George's County, and let's do it on purpose, with a sense of purpose. So, I couldn't have had this bold pronouncement today, and I wouldn't have had the bold opportunity, because as a council member, I have a staff of about 4. Most of them are here today, right? Nell Johnson, my chief of staff in the back. Y'all wave to Nell, because without Nell, this doesn't happen. Because I still have to go cut ribbons and kiss babies and do the politic thing, right? And Rita Lassiter, she's also one of my aides in my office. And so that's half my staff. Eno Williams is still trying to figure out if he's my staff or not, but I think he actually belongs to you, Rashawn. He's just had the unfortunate circumstance of being my friend for a very long time, and he was the president of the Largo Town Center Development Review Board. So Eno is my good friend. But it was a conversation that the county executive and I had sitting at Largo Town, at the Capitol Center, the boulevard at the Capitol Center, and I believe we were sitting in the restaurant. We'll give him a plug as well. What's the kitchen? Carolina Kitchen. And I spoke passionately and emphatically about what we wanted to see at Largo Town Center. I said, I have 2 things that we need to make happen. I said, I love the opportunity that is Westphalia. He said, all right, is it, you want to work on Westphalia? Let's work on Westphalia. I said, but Sharon, it's an atrocity what we're sitting in today. Why isn't Largo Town Center downtown Prince George's? Why isn't it that Largo Town Center, which sits geographically in the heart of the county with one of the greatest metros, that eventually becomes not just the terminus for the Blue Line, but now the terminus for the Silver Line as well, which means it lands at 2 airports. One is National Airport. I won't call it the other. I won't call it what they call it now, but I'm going to call it National because that's how I grew up. And the other Dulles, right? Goes right into where other people try to compare Tyson, I think Tyson's or something like that. Some little place called Tyson's. Why aren't we working towards that? What you see today started there. So I'm going to let the county executive come up and tell you how important this is to me, as we know it is to everyone in Prince George's County. County Executive for Sharon Baker. You like that pregnant pause?
Peter, I don't know if I need to tell him how important it is. I think he just did it. This truly is a great day for us in Prince George's County, and Councilmember Davis is absolutely right. That conversation did start right over there at Carolina Kitchen. For the record, I did not order the greasy food. I was trying to lose weight.
We both ate
That's right. But on a serious note, Peter, and to you and your team, can we give them a round of applause? I mean, this is a long time coming, and it is and I think the councilman would agree, when we came into office, it wasn't like, businesses were falling all over themselves to come into Prince George's County and to do business. The permitting process was far too long. It was complicated. You had to go to too many places. And so we made a commitment to change that. And we did something that had not been done in a long time, at least that's what they told me, and that is to create a new department and not significantly expand the government, but to make it more business friendly. Not just to use the word business friendly, but to actually do it. And so we created a DPI, where you see the hat stand has one on. Can we give them a round of applause, and Hyson and the council, for seeing that? Because that's all part of what happens when you want to do this type of development around our metro centers. And that is, you need to be able to bring incentives, have the permitting process work so there's timely and there's surety. But you also need, Peter, great business partners who invest. This truly is a great day for us in Prince George's County. We love this development, and I'll close with this because I think the council member said it all. But this really is downtown Largo. This is the heart of Prince George's County, and it's not just incumbent upon the businesses to come here and develop the type of mixed use that we want. It's also incumbent upon government to help get the critical mass here. I'm excited about the buildings that we as a government are buying over here, because we're going to bring people here. People who are going to want to live here. People who are going to want to shop here. And so this really is going to be a great place and a model unto itself. And so with that, I want to thank Apollo. I want to thank Peter. I want to thank the team. And let's do a groundbreaking. God bless you.
Yeah.